Hi guys, my name is Kirsty, and for those of you who are new, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing some Christmas baking. So I've got 4 recipes that we would like to do. Some of them have variations, and I'm sure you've all seen a variation of all of these recipes before, especially Australian Christmas classics. So today we will be making some fudge, some cheesecake balls, which is the variations. I didn't have what I wanted to make Rocky Road. I'm missing one ingredient, so it'll come later. And then we're also going to be baking one of my pre-made brownie bags. So I'm going to take you guys over and show you. I've set out all my ingredients. So this is our brownie pack and Costco with the goods. I'll see if that'll focus. Hang on. My little Santa eggs. They're very cute. The girls haven't noticed them yet. All right, then we've got our fudge ingredients. So brown sugar, white chocolate, some butter, some golden syrup, and condensed milk. And then these are our cheesecake balls. So we're going to be making a caramel Tim Tam, a Biscoff, and an Oreo with cream cheese. So they're only 2 ingredients, super easy. And then we'll decorate them as well. So I have preheated my oven. We are going to start with the brownies because they take the longest to cook. I would also love any other recipe ideas you guys are doing for Christmas. We will be making our Christmas biscuits. Usually we do those a day or 2 before Christmas. We leave some out for Santa, decorate them. It's a whole thing. But I do have this cute little sugar cookie card that I do want to try. It came with my beautiful new mixing bowl. So came with cute little utensils and some cookie cutters. I got this one from TK Maxx. They did have some plain white ones still left when I was there the other day, but it was only $25. Do I need another mixing bowl, I hear you say? No, but it's adorable and it has a spout to pour and a handle. So it is one that I'll use. I'm going to use it for brownies today. And then we're going to move over to the trusty KitchenAid for a lot of the other things. But we'll get the brownies started and we'll get it in the oven. All right, so if you haven't seen it before, I make up my own sort of packet mix in batches. This is the brownie one, so it does have brown sugar in it. It's pretty chunky. But on the front of the bag, I have written what my dry ingredients are and what I need to add for wet ingredients. So today we're only adding half a cup of water, half a cup of oil, 2 eggs and some vanilla, and then we'll get baking. So just trying to break up all my brown sugar. All right, so to our bowl. Alright, so tilt you guys down so you can see. This bowl is quite a large bowl. You do want quite a large bowl. Alright, I don't know that whisk is going to hack it. Alright, so we have half a cup of oil. I just use vegetable oil. Now, let me see if I can move you guys back a little bit. Half a cup of water. 2 eggs. So I always crack my eggs into something in case of shell or rotten eggs, so I don't ruin the whole batch of cooking. And a tablespoon of vanilla. Now, why am I doing all of this baking this much before Christmas? We are doing some Christmas events between work, friends, those kind of things. So I will make these, they will go in gifts. I'm sure my family will eat them. And we'll most likely have to do our Christmas Day baking much closer to Christmas so that it survives to Christmas Day. Now, I've never videoed it before and I will see how I go, but we generally host our family Christmas. I love it. It's my happy place. My husband knows that, and his family and my family don't seem to mind, so everyone comes to our house. We have the pool. For so long, we've been the only one with kids, so it's just easier to bring all of the stuff to them and leave it here. But it is something that I love doing, so I will see. I may film some prep and some meal planning or menu planning for that, along with my grocery shop. So you guys see what we are doing. Alright, so nice and gooey. This is an extremely gooey brownie. I love it. I do have to thank Selena, and I will link it below, for the recipe. I found it on her channel, and it's by far been my favorite brownie recipe. For a very long time. So we're going to go just into a slice tray. Now you want lots of spray, because even though this has oil, it will stick. Alright, straight in. And some not mixed in bits. This handle does make a really big difference. Alright. Now I'm actually not going to decorate these yet. Usually I would put sprinkles, M&Ms, something fun on top, but we are going to attempt to cut these into Christmas trees. So for now, into the oven. It usually takes a good 35 to 45 minutes depending on your oven. Something else I was going to show you guys is this adorable little Christmas cup I got myself. Also from TK Maxx. This one was $9.99, so $10. And then I got the girls' ones. They were only $8. These are glass. We have already had an accident, so this is the second one I have got for Miss G. But the straws are glass. My straw is plastic. So depending on, I don't know that they will still have any, but you can try. All right. Moving on, we might do the fudge because it takes ages to set as well. So, for our fudge, we are going in a medium saucepan. We are going to add our butter, syrup, condensed milk, and brown sugar. So pretty much all in except for the chocolate. Melt it down, takes about 10 minutes. Take it off the heat, add the chocolate in, and then we'll have a nice caramelly fudge. So I am going to get us started and move us over to the oven, the stovetop. All right guys, so in our pan, I've measured out 125 grams of butter. We are going to do a whole tin of condensed milk, 2 tablespoons of golden syrup. I do not have a lot of golden syrup left, and I'm hoping I can get at least 1.5. Let's see. Whatever we can get out of this is what we're gonna Alright. We're gonna call that good. We're going to add 220 grams of brown sugar. And then I do have some opened condensed milk that I wanted to use up. So it is not quite a full tin. We're just gonna see how we go and hope for the best. All right, so as that continues to dissolve and melt down, we'll stir it. It is on a low heat. Alright guys, so in the meantime, we are going to line our tray for our fudge. We are going to make our first lot of cheesecake balls. If you can hear commotion in the background, I'm watching cricket. My perfect Sunday afternoon baking and watching cricket. Alright. Once again, I'm going to go heavy on the spray because I... bit too heavy. Don't want it to stick. Alright, so we are going to start, I don't know, what flavour do we want to start with? Let's start with the Biscoff. Now, I saw someone do this and I don't trust it. I'm going to try and crush my Biscoff in my bowl before I add my cheesecake, so we'll see. I have a little chocolate thief. She's trying to steal all my chocolate. Alright, so we are going to add equal parts Biscoff biscuits and cream cheese. So I'm going to aim for 125 grams of Biscoff. So that you guys can see, I've got it on my scales, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is 16 biscuits, which is half a packet. Alright. Let's see. They did it with the paddle, so it is working. It's very close. Alright, it's not going as quick as I would like. So we're going old school. Look, towards the end, it was somewhat. We're just gonna, we want them nice and crummy. Right. Like you guys can see, it's a lot less. Alright. So before I put it back on, I'm going to weigh out 125 grams of cream cheese. Found some escaped Biscoff, so I'm just gonna crush that. Alright. Back in we go. Now I can hear our fudge bubbling away, so we're just gonna give it a really good stir. Alright. Sorry guys, needed 2 hands. Alright. So I'm just going to use a rubber whisk because I don't want to use the other one on this pot. Look. I am going to turn it. Pretty happy with that colour, so I'm going to take it off the heat now and add in our 200 grams of white chocolate. Alright guys, so 200 grams of just white chocolate chips. You can use block chocolate. It's just what I had. And you're going to use the heat of the caramel to mix in the chocolate. So, if you guys can see, I've taken it off the heat. The residual heat is doing all of the melting. It's so much thicker. Ugh. And you just want to make sure all of the white chocolate has melted, and then you want to get it in your pan to set. So as you guys can see, it's really thick. It's a beautiful color. I'm going to have to hide this one from my husband. Alright. Now, because it is Christmas and I don't normally do it, I do have some gold sprinkles or dust. So I'm just going to sprinkle it over the top. There we go. So we have our fudge is done, and we're going to put that in the fridge to set, preferably overnight, but a minimum of 6 hours. So I will cut this up tomorrow, which is fine. Alright. Alright guys, so we're back over at the mixer. We've got our Biscoff and our cream cheese. Alright, so we just want to get it nice and mixed in. Now, if you want to coat them in chocolate, which I highly recommend, but you can roll them in biscuit crumbs or, you know, whatever you choose to do, then you do want to roll them in little balls and allow them to sit in the fridge or freezer to harden up before you do the chocolate. So we're going to get all of these made into bowls, and then we're going to move on to the next one. I use my hands, and I do find it is better if they are a little bit wet. It doesn't tend to stick as much. They are very strong flavored generally, so I usually make a ball no bigger than that. Otherwise it is just too much all at once. Usually I have little hands helping me do this, but they're playing, so I'm actually quite enjoying the piece. If you know, you know. Baking is my happy place, and as much as I love that the girls love to help me, it adds a level of stress to the whole process. But Georgia actually made, so she's 7, she actually told me she wanted to make these the other day. She made Oreo ones, and we decorated them, and they're already gone. Everyone loved them, so she was quite pleased with herself that everyone loved her baking. All right, I'm gonna wash my hands because Alright, so that got us 11 little cheesecake balls. We're going to pop them in the fridge. Alright guys, so normally they wouldn't be as squishy, but I have had my cream cheese out of the fridge for quite some time. It is quite hot. So we're going to move on. Normally I would rinse out my mix master, but we are doing caramel Tim Tam next, so the flavors are much the same. So we are adding a whole packet. Actually, no, we're going to only do 10. Now you can use any flavor Tim Tams. This is how hot it is. My Tim Tams are melting. There is 9 in a packet, so I'm using 9. I'm gonna try again in the KitchenAid. I probably should have used a bigger bowl, but that's okay. Alright, wish me luck. Whoa. Alright, this is actually going better than the Biscoff, I think. So I think I'm going to add my cream cheese in, which is about half of one of these. That was optimistic. I tried to do it while it was still spinning. Okay, we have half a type of cream cheese. These ones look a lot wetter. Alright. Okay. Now, this one I might actually, I think I might put it in the fridge for a minute. It's very, okay, maybe it's okay. Let me, I found some Tim Tam on the bottom that wasn't mixed in, which I think was making me think it was wetter. Alright. So we have Tim Tam. Alright, now I'm going to wet my hands again because that worked well last time. We're going to aim for 10 again, so let's see. So I have used plain Tim Tams. I have used white chocolate Tim Tams for a different flavour. We usually use caramel because we have a lot of caramel lovers in our family. The other biscuit that I have used that I'm not using today is mint slice. So I really like mint. Mint obviously is a bit of a Christmassy flavour. So we do tend to do mint. I just didn't buy them this time, which I may before Christmas, to be honest, but we'll see. Alright, so I am getting a little bit more out of this one. Alright, and my hands are getting a bit gross. Alright. Three, 6, 9, so we've got 12 Tim Tams. And we will go straight into our Oreos. So you want 18 Oreos to half a cup of cream cheese. It was George's ratio the other day and we loved it. So 5. Mm. 18, perfect. All right, let's hope that this, now normally I'm not overly worried about crossing flavors. It's all biscuit. I will actually hope. Right, I'm going to show you guys. So that's the biscuits with cream, crush better in the KitchenAid than the Biscoff without the cream. Right. Just try and make them I don't think I'm going to get them any finer, so you can blitz them like in a blender. I usually bash them, but I might actually give these a little bit of a just because I know that that's what we did the other day and they were really good. Although I am happy with the overall consistency of the other, like the Tim Tam ones that we did. I didn't feel like I needed to. Now the key is to not have much air in here, otherwise you form corners in your bag and it can split. Alright, show you guys what I'm doing. Alright, I don't think it's going to get much thinner because we have the cream like in the Oreos. So I'm going to add my last half a cream cheese and clean up as I go. My best tip, always start with an empty bin and an empty dishwasher. Is my dishwasher empty? No. Alright guys, sorry if this makes you dizzy. Let's see. So they are mixing up really nicely. Oh, I've had a tripod malfunction, there we go. The Oreos are just such a fun colour. Definitely let me know in the comments if you guys are making any of these or your own variations. Pick your favourite biscuit. It is better if you use really good quality biscuits because obviously it's only 2 ingredients, so it's really easy to tell if you use bland biscuits. I wouldn't suggest plain. I know the Biscoff biscuits are plain, but they are very strong tasting. Alright. It looks wonderful. Looks really rich in the Oreo flavour. So we will. You could use the different flavoured Oreos. Obviously you have mint Oreos, they might be nice. You have the Neapolitan, if you're in Australia. I don't know what other flavours we have these days. Berry, maybe? I don't use the double stuffed. I just use the standard original Oreos. All right, there we go. So once again, I'm gonna get my tray, wet my hands. I'm actually gonna get a plate because I'm out of trays. But we are going to aim again for 10. All right. This is not one if you don't like messy hands. And really exciting, we've done all of this baking and our brownie hasn't even finished baking yet. So really easy recipes. I halved these recipes to the standard recipe because I wanted to make the different flavors. And because I didn't buy the big packs of biscuits. So in Australia we have family packs of Tim Tams and family packs of like mint slice. I didn't buy those, so I didn't have enough biscuits, like full pack of biscuit to cream cheese ratio. I probably wouldn't have wanted to anyway. My family likes the different flavors. So I've now made a giant mess of this plate. Ugh. All right. That one didn't go so well. Cream cheese is definitely too hot. But we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, still got 12. So I'll put the, ooh. All right, so they're all in the fridge. We are going to move on to decorating. So this is the fun part. Do it however you want. I have some really fun, these are our old ones from last year. These are our new ones from Woolies this year. So they've got little snowmen, some blue crystally ones, and then some snowflakes and big sprinkles. And we've got candy canes, stars, and our green, red, and white combo. So with the Biscoff, I'm probably going to do white chocolate for that caramel white chocolate vibe. For the Tim Tam, I'm going to do milk chocolate. I do have some Biscoff spread too, so I might drizzle like white chocolate, then drizzle Biscoff. This is the fun part, we'll see. And then I think the gold stars for the Biscoff, so we know. And this is a really great way to tell your flavors apart later, is depending on how you decorate them. So I'm gonna put these back in the fridge while we melt our chocolate. I'm just condensing trays. Okay. It's a lot easier to decorate or put them in the melted chocolate because the chocolate's going to be hot. You don't want to do it while your cream cheese is soft. So that's all of our Tim Tam and Biscoff. Our brownies have about 4 minutes. So I'm going to wipe down my bench, put some of the ingredients away that I don't need anymore, and then we're going to melt some chocolate and decorate. Alright guys, so brownie is out. I flipped it onto a cooling rack. And then what we do is we peel. Now the biggest thing that I've learnt is do not cut it while it is hot. So we will put a cutting board underneath it. That will go in the fridge. Once it has cooled down, I will cut it. Now I'm going to aim to cut it in triangles to do trees. It's like Christmas trees. We'll see if that works. I'm running out of space. Alright guys, so we are going to now use our cooling rack over our baking tray to decorate. So I have my microwave jug, my chocolates, and a little bit of coconut oil. Like I said, you can do whatever combinations you want, whatever, you know, I could crush up a Biscoff and sprinkle it over the top of the Biscoff ones. Might do that, not sure yet. What you want to though is make sure that when your chocolate is hot, so you're adding it to your bowl and it's still runny, that's when you want to add your toppings, otherwise it's not going to stick. So sprinkle your sprinkles, sprinkle your biscuit crumbs, whatever you want to put on, you've got to do it before the chocolate sets. So because the balls are coming out of the fridge or freezer, the chocolate will harden quite quickly. So you've got to be ready. So whatever you want to do, you need to have it ready. Which probably prompts me to, I have no idea what I want to do. So I've got more of my gold shimmer. I've got my gold stars. I reckon that's probably enough. Might do my gold shimmer with a star. I think they'll look pretty. So I don't really measure this. For argument's sake, I'm going to do 100 grams of chocolate. And we're going to do it in 30-second intervals in the microwave, mixing it between each. After the first one, I'll probably add a teaspoon of coconut. Now you can't generally taste the coconut oil. We're not putting in a lot. It's just to make the chocolate easier to work with. And it gives it a nice shine to the chocolate. All right. So we've got our gold dust. And in the lid of the gold dust, I'm going to pour some of the gold stars. So they're easier to work with. And that is going to be our Biscoff. I think for the Tim Tams, they've also got caramel in them. I don't know. I think one I'll do snowflakes, one I'll do snowmen, but we'll see. Alright, tiny little bit of coconut oil. So you've got some, it's still really thick. I'm gonna add the tiniest little bit more coconut oil. I just want it to thin out a little bit. Alright, so we've got some beautiful white chocolate to work with. We're going to start with our Biscoff. And I might actually drizzle. Alright. The easiest way is with a fork to scoop it out, and then we're going to sit it on our cooling rack. So, see if I can get it all in the picture for you. Alright, so Biscoff ball into the chocolate. Using our spoon and our fork just to coat it. It is not runny enough.
One mistake, and Australia would have won the test. They didn't make that mistake, Stokes Hawkins. One ball Australia knew could open up the tail and the victory. They couldn't produce that one ball.
Okay.
It was so intriguing about that session. It rested on one delivery, one error, and it didn't come. Is it coming? We're going to find out in the next period.
So we just sprinkle. Okay.
First session, and as the sun goes down, look out. He'll come to his element. The Stanley Street end in this particular innings.
I'm going to say 100 grams of chocolate is definitely not enough, because we've done 4.
Good crowd in. Good support for England. Plenty of hope. Good passage to play about to unfold. Strong suggestion, guys, that Will Jacks has a problem with that hand that was hit. And you notice a lot of the time that he's had it needled up, he was cuddling it, he was taking his hand off the bat, and even that shot showed that he wasn't quite confident with his left hand. So very interesting. Good work from Will Jacks, how 100% fit he is. Looking at that also, he just couldn't get both hands through.
Alright, I'm trying to get as many
You see, where they
coated.
the other end. Green might get another little burst. Yeah, he's warming up. Too tall.
Alright, so what we're going to do
Awesome pace.
is drizzle the rest. So we're just going to get our chocolate and we're going to drizzle over the top. Oop. Alright guys, they are our Biscoff. I'm going to sprinkle some decoration over the remaining ones.
Probably a little bit over-pitched on that occasion for the start. That was the very delivery that got Will Jackson the first innings to start when it can.
They're feeling very festive. I love it.
Drives and cover drives. I've seen so many English do that to their peril. But Will Jackson's a natural player through that area. He's going to back himself.
Alright, and put those back in the fridge. Now I do only have one of these, so I'm going to rinse it out. Because we are going to change flavours. So for our, I don't think I've ever tried to take these off. You know what? Stars can go in there. Alright, so for our Tim Tam balls, we are going to do some milk chocolate. Now, I am going to do a lot more milk chocolate than I did the white chocolate. Sorry guys. And I am going to put the Tim Tams in the fridge just sorry guys, just because of how hot it is. We are in Southeast Queensland. It is 35 odd degrees today. It's nearly 5 o'clock in the afternoon and it is still hot. Alright. Alright. I'm going to do 180 grams. And I'm going to do quite a bit more coconut oil to try and get it a little bit runnier. So I'm going to add some coconut oil in now. So while we wait for that, I am going to be packaging these for our neighbours, for my boss, and for some of our friends in little treat bags, a little bit of a mixture, just as a Merry Christmas and thank you for the year. So our girls play with our neighbours' kids a lot. Obviously my boss is amazing, so I always like to say thank you to her at the end of the year. And you know, we have some friends that are close that I like to bake for. It's a nice little homemade gift. Doesn't cost us a lot, doesn't take a lot of time, but it is nice to receive something at Christmas. We like to do it up with bows. My oldest, so my 10-year-old, has a gift this year that she wants to give her friend. They're quite close, they do sleepovers, so we'll probably pop some of those in there as well. We've got as you guys would have seen in our grocery haul, we got some big boxes of Lindt chocolate, so they will go in there as well. The girls will do a card, you know, just little things like that. Alright, this chocolate is looking a lot runnier, so I am very happy with that. All right. I also want to do some of the Oreos in milk chocolate. So it is really important that you get it going before it gets, like before the chocolate starts to set, and then before the cheesecake balls go hot. So it's a big thing. Alright. Now I don't have 2 trays, so I'm going to have to work quickly with these ones. But the chocolate looks a lot nicer. So I don't even know if it's just because it's milk chocolate or I did more of it. I'm not sure. But they are coming out a lot nicer. Alright, you guys can't see that. Let me... Ugh. Keeping in mind that these ones are caramel as well. I think I'm just going to do some fun sprinkles. Okay, so we are going to go some snowflakes.
Gets the bat out in front if he's a little unsure. Tries to play as late as he can. And he's really strong off his pads, as we saw with that on drive. I think he's a better perpendicular bat player than horizontal, but that's why they attacked him with some short stuff. But they're trying to pitch up now to maximise what might be a little bit of movement off this pitch, this 4-day pitch. But there they are, Stokes, Captain Courageous, 38 red. And this fellow at 8, doing the job for his country, Will Jacks. We have this initial start in the context of the game. If you can crack it open, come around the wicket to Ben Stokes.
Alright, too many snowflakes. Not enough normal sprinkles.
Just feel Australia could run through the English lower order. Ben Stokes, on the other hand, he wants to see visual start off, get through this tough period, this 2 or 3 over spell, this burst from Starkey. Interesting what might be going through Ben Stokes' mind. We've seen him destroy teams once he feels that they're starting to get a stitch. And that's the thing, if they can get into a relative situation where they think they've got enough, he could go berserk. Yeah. And we've seen his hitting ability that can take teams, a game away from teams. So he's not there yet, of course, to lead his own 25. But if he gets a situation, he could really
Alright guys, I know not everyone loves big sugar sprinkles, so that will do us for our Tim Tam balls. And my chocolate is cooling down, so I want to get these back in the fridge. And get started on our Oreo ones. Alright. And Oreo, I feel like it's fitting that we do blue and white. So, I know I do not have enough chocolate to do all of these, so I'm going to try and do as many as I can with the chocolate that I have. And then I will do another batch of chocolate. It's definitely a lot harder the colder your chocolate gets. So keep that in mind. They do look a lot messier. All right. We are going to really quickly decorate the 3 that I did. Little blue snowman ran away. I think they look really cute. Alright. Let's I don't want to waste chocolate, so I'm going to just top coat a couple. Instead of full coating them. You can still decorate them, just there's not as much chocolate on top, which some people prefer. So when making gifts, I like to be mindful that not everyone likes what I like. I mean, I'm all for the chocolate, but oh, I missed one because he's fallen over. Okay, so that's some of them. I'm going to melt a little bit more chocolate. And you know what guys, we might actually make them white chocolate. So I'm going to pause you guys, rinse out my dish, melt some more white chocolate, and then we'll decorate the last of our Oreo ones. Alright guys, we're back. This batch of white chocolate looks a lot thinner. Which I'm hoping will make my life easier. So we are going straight in with the Oreo balls. so trying to.
Inside the line with a tilted back with the even butters remain.
These guys have gone a little bit soft because they were out for so long before. And I think I did the perfect amount of chocolate. Uh-oh. These guys are going to stick together because I have run out of space. Alright, let's see. Yes. So I'm just going to move some of them over to the other cold tray. Making a mess. Bear with me. Alright guys, so I've decided I'm going to put the blue powdered sprinkles on the white Oreo ones. Still with snowman. So I've got my little snowman here. Alright. I'm going to put all these back in the fridge. I will check back in with you guys tomorrow once they've all set and I can play with them a little bit more. Once we cut up and decorate the brownies and we can cut up the fudge.